welcome to our attempt at playing the second scenario from MCDM's Flea Mortals. This scenario is called Fee Fi Fo Fum, and is a more lighthearted scenario with hopefully a happier ending than the previous Against the Horde. This one is for 4 players that are both cooperating and competing amongst themselves. And if they compete too much, then maybe I get to win. But hopefully they are better brotherly and sisterly giants and manage to work together enough to defeat the evil bandits in this attempt. So the players are controlling one of 4 giants raiding the village of Dern that has been taken over by these evil bandits. And their leader, Kalis Kar, a wicked storm mage, is controlling the land by controlling the weather thanks to a giant relic. A relic made by giants for giants. A ring of air elemental command that is so big that Kalis is using it as a belt and has twisted its magic to grant additional powers and control much of the weather. There is currently a bit of a thunderstorm here where I'm recording, which is wonderful because sometimes I'll hear thunder off in the distance, which is particularly special for my evil storm mage that I'm controlling. And Kalis has a bunch of minions and underlings that will attempt to defeat the giants. The giants, because they're working together, have decided that they are not simply going to be racing to be the first one to claim the ring. They're going to work together to defeat the forces, and they have worked out a very complex scoring system that they will follow and honor at the end, and that the person with the giant with the most points will get to keep the ring. So, every round, we'll be rolling initiative for the giants, and depending on where they land is where they get to act in the round. The initiatives of the enemies are fixed. So, you have all arrived at the village of Dern. You see Kalis Kar at the top of her keep, 30 feet high up in the air, wearing the ring. Lightning breathes around her, surges along the walls of the keep, and suddenly she is surrounded by a force field of energy. As long as the keep is still standing, Kalis cannot be damaged in any way. The keep is projecting this force field around her. Let's go ahead and roll initiative for each of your giants, and we'll place you in the turn order.
Yes.
And we're going to switch the music from the lovely village music to a more classic.
I just realized I have a -1 to initiative.
Oh, that's true. Oh, wait.
Where is the initiative? Oh.
I need to check my stats. It's true.
Okay.
Dexterity.
Yeah, I have a -1 too.
Really?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna write down my. Where do I write down the initiative? Oh, here.
On the turn order on the left.
50. Yep. Bone Cruncher is rolling physically.
Yes.
No, 40. That is not correct. There we go.
Okay. And we're missing Lapises, who got 15. Okay. Hold on. We'll break ties with... Let's see. Initiative. We'll use the dexterity bonus to break ties between the two 15s.
Oh.
So...
Who is the other
Lapis
15?
has a... Yeah, the Bone Cruncher.
Me. So I
No,
roll another d20?
well, up to you. Do you guys want to roll off to see who goes first? Or use your dexterity bonus?
No,
Okay.
you're the dexterity.
What's your
I don't
dexterity?
know the dexterity of
-1, so...
+2.
So,
-1.
so there you go. Lapis goes first.
Okay.
Let's give you 16 then. Okay.
One more.
So, Revna, you are the first to act before even the powerful Storm Mage.
Okay, so are there the only people that we see, humans, punny humans, are the ones in the keep? No one else.
Well, because this is more of a game, you know that from the inns and from each farmhouse, human guards are going to be coming out every turn. So, as you destroy them, there will be fewer and fewer minions coming out. The inn produces 5 human guards. The farmhouses each produce 2. So you hear bells ringing in alarm.
Can I go through the two giants?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to move here.
You stomp through.
Yeah, and I'm going to throw my ice javelin to the inn.
Excellent.
So
The inn has 100 hit points. AC 15. Go ahead and...
I'm going to roll a d20 plus, so it's 20
Hits.
23
That's a hit.
hits.
Go ahead and
Okay,
roll damage.
so I'm going to roll. I have 2 javelins, so I'm going to roll the second one also.
Remember, you can pick up a tree. And you
Is
just
there a
walk by a tree.
No,
Yep,
because I
there was-
want to attack the. I'm going to use my javelins.
But you can add the tree to your javelin. Build the javelin of ice around the tree. And launch it.
So I'm going to do that with my second roll, and that's 12 plus 9 is 21. Plus the 3 is... 12 feet. Oh, it's for the damage. Okay. So the first one was an ice javelin. With 21, I do a hit.
Yes, it's
Yeah, okay.
AC 15.
And hit.
So those are 2 hits. Go ahead and
10.
roll the damage. Did you pick up a tree? Because trees are extra
With the
damage.
second one. With the second
Okay.
one, I picked a 3. So the first one is 14 plus 6. 20 points.
Of damage, okay.
And the second one is 21 plus the 3 is 3d6. Is it 5.
Yeah, trees add a lot of damage to range attacks as spikes of ice form around the roots, and suddenly there's what looks like a giant war spear with leaves on one end and a sharp ice point at the other as you launch it towards the tall stone building.
43 total.
Whoa, so 63 points of damage in this turn?
Yeah.
Trees are awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ice giants are awesome.
Because in
Yeah. No,
in range does
It adds
more,
5d6,
more
yeah.
damage than in melee.
So, all of you see as first a javelin goes crashing through a window, and you hear screams from the humans within, and then a tree crashes through the 3rd floor. Part of the roof collapses, and you hear some of the screams stop as they are crushed under the tiles, and the people that are still inside are trying to scramble to get out before it's too late. But it is now... I believe that's the end of your turn, right?
Yeah.
I don't think you have a bonus action. So it is
No.
now Callus Carr's turn, and she yells in rage. And you see as the ring that she wears as a belt suddenly glows, and she is lifted up in the air, and she flies 30 feet. That's too much. There. Remember, she is invulnerable, so there's no point in targeting her while the keep is still... Like, she is still shrouded by this lightning shield. And she sees what you did, and she lifts up her arm, and what looks like a javelin made out of lightning forms around her, and she launches a lightning bolt, and I'm going to need Revna, Bone Cruncher, and Ulf to all make a dexterity saving throw. DC 15, as lightning goes surging
Dexterity.
through all of you. Yes. DC
Okay.
15.
How do you type this thing? Roll.
Oh,
/R. And then space.
R, space, 1d20.
I have
1.
20, and then you
Zero.
can add whatever. Yeah.
Okay, 17.
Ah,
I
you
rolled a
succeed.
9.
How did?
I
A
rolled
zero.
a 0.
Okay. So, Revna, you see this spear of lightning come flying towards you, and you manage to duck your head, so it just burns the back of your armor. Some of the ice that covers you melts away as Bone Cruncher and Ulf suddenly see Revna's helmeted head vanish, and a blast of lightning hits both of you for 26 points of damage. Revna, you take half, so you take 13 points of lightning damage.
13. Okay.
There's the
26,
smell of
right?
burnt fur. So, yeah.
Okay, you need a calculator.
You can just write it on your... You can
Okay.
click on the little
Oh,
square
I
that says
see,
126
okay.
on your token and just write minus 26.
Oh, I got it. Okay, okay.
And
Learning new
it'll
tools.
subtract it from it.
Awesome.
Yes,
Cool. Fantastic.
no problem. And that is Callus's turn. Yep, that's what she does. By the way, this scenario is awesome. It took me about 4 hours to implement all this, and that was mostly setting it up in the VTT and adding some hidden details that I will reveal as the time comes. The actual reading of the rules, it was about 5 pages. No, less. It's like four and a half pages, and it's pretty fun and teaches how to use all these creatures. Okay,
Cool.
so that was Callus. It is giant number 2's turn, which is Lapis Tenebra. So you just saw the lightning blast your fellow giants, and the inn is damaged. But there's these farmhouses, there's the alchemist place there.
I see something in front of me. I punch something in front of me.
Okay,
So I'm going to punch. I'm going to attack the farmhouse. Right here.
sure.
This one. Yes.
Go ahead and make your attack.
Multi attack. I do 2 attacks. Is let me write right.
I am going to mark this tree as having been picked up.
It's a 1d20 plus 10. Yep, to hit. 20.
Hits.
Okay. And the damage is 4.
They have 40 hit points.
48 plus 7. It's going 27. Wow! 48 plus 7 damage, 27 damage.
27. You crash through most of the roof, and you see some of the walls collapse inward. The farmhouse is still standing, but if it had blood, it would be bleeding.
Not for much longer. I'm going to repeat the attack to the farm.
Go for it.
So 25 to attack,
Hits.
and 24 for the damage.
You crash through the top of the farmhouse. You see there were a couple of guards that were inside that scream in horror, and they are silenced. So each time, while they're within 10 feet of a farmhouse ruins, giants can loot the ruins, no action required, and gain an item. So go ahead and roll a d8.
Ooh.
Nope, d6 to loot the farmhouse.
So it's 1. Roll 1d.
6. And this is how you get the coveted cat. There's a chance
4.
for powder keg. You find a barrel of black powder inside that, as an action, you can hurl 120 feet, and they explode like a fireball, basically.
Ooh. Nice.
So, yeah, make a note that you have a powder keg. And you still have your movement.
Yeah.
By the way, now I get to reveal some of the cool stuff that Kenpoh from the MCDM Discord, thank you very much, credit will also be in the description, as the farmhouse is destroyed.
Nice.
Great.
Yes, this is excellent. And most of what I did was lining up all the destruction available. You could also, if you're looking for points, because you should make a note,
Yeah.
you will be having to keep track of these points. You destroyed a building,
So I have 5.
so that's worth 5 points. So noted in the red, yeah, you got 5 points.
Yeah.
You can also trample this field. That's right next to it. You just have to walk on it. Like,
What?
if you place your giant in that spot, so that you are fully occupying the field,
So it's 5. Hold on. So 5, 10, 15. Right?
you have to be on the
Oh,
field
okay.
of crops.
20, 25.
And then a diagonal.
What's
Oh,
your
yeah.
movement?
You have enough.
You could. Yeah, you absolutely have
Okay.
enough.
You trample through the field, and the field is now ruined.
So now you have 7 points.
Yep,
Total.
and that gave you 2 more points.
Yeah.
And I think you still have a bit more movement.
See, I have 20 more.
Yeah, so go ahead. You could pick up a tree if you wanted to keep for later.
Mm,
There are many things you can do.
no, I'm going to
Get
to
closer
move
to a
close to
building.
the alchemist. Yeah, I'm going to
Go for
go
it.
there. So it's 20 more feet I have. I think like I can be just in front of the building.
Yeah. It's no action to pick up a tree. It's just if you are within 10 feet of a tree, you can rip one out of the ground and just carry it.
I'm going to pick a tree while I'm walking
Yeah.
to the building. I'm
So,
going to pick
Lapis
this one.
Tenebra, this obsidian stone giant with a heavy rune. What does your weapon look like? Is it a hammer?
It's
Is it
a-
a club?
It's a club.
Okay, a giant club with runes on it.
I live for the simple
Yeah.
things.
On one shoulder that, and under your other arm you're carrying a powder keg and now a trunk, and yeah.
More path clear.
You're the only one I think with decent intelligence
Yeah.
out of the group, by the way. But sure, maybe your common is not your thing. So that was giant number 2. Now it is time for the human apprentice mages.
Uh-oh.
These minions, let's see. Like some of the good stuff of these scenarios is there's a little paragraph telling you what each enemy does. The giant closest to them, that would be Lapis Tenebra. They start chanting, and some of the lightning surrounding the keep jumps and hovers in the air above them, and then gets launched at Lapis Tenebra. So, lightning strike, ranged spell attack, 5 to hit. So, how many apprentice mages are still alive? All 10 of them. So that's 2 group attacks. So that's 2 attacks against you. And if I remember the minion rules, they get a +1 the more minions there are. So this is +9 to hit.
Okay.
So d20 +9. So they're probably going to hit you.
Use the barrel.
How much?
And because Revna is close to you, 16. Does that hit Lapis Tenebra?
16 is my AC.
So that does manage to hit you. There is a way, if you destroy the blacksmith, you can make yourselves a helmet that will improve your AC. But the other group of mages, they fail at containing the lightning, and they don't manage to hit you. So each mage who joined the attack picks a creature within 30 feet. So, Revna, you see this lightning strike Lapis, who takes 3 + 1 for each minion. So that's 3 + 4, 7. Lapis, you take 7 points of lightning damage.
Okay.
As it hits you. It's just a minor jolt. It's kind of unpleasant. It's like, I don't know if you ever like touched 2 ends of a 9-volt battery. It's like, ah.
Not a good idea.
Yeah. But then a spark jumps from Lapis to Revna, and that spark is more powerful because you take 3 lightning damage for each mage who targeted Revna, and that was 4 of them. Wait, actually, How far are all of you? Oh, yeah, no. Sorry, Revna, you're the only one within 30 feet of Lepis.
Oops.
As you take 12 points of lightning damage as sparks hit Revna for 12 points of lightning damage. And then the apprentice mages all turn towards their leader, Kaliskar, and they pray to her. And she is now, her force field is empowered as she gains temporary hit points.
Daniel, question. These mages, where are they?
They're on the walls of the keep.
On the keep. Okay. So it was an annual attack.
Sorry, not on the walls of the keep. On the walls outside the keep.
Okay.
And there goes thunder outside. Probably not picked up by the microphone.
It was picked up.
No, it did pick it up.
Awesome.
That wasn't a sound effect.
Nope. I was looking for thunder sound effects, but I couldn't find one that was,
I see.
open. But I loved it. Okay, and those are the apprentice mages. It is now giant number 3. The Bone Cruncher.
I need to hit. So the Bone Cruncher will move here with 20
You
feet.
trample.
Trample that field. I will pick up a tree, hurl it at the end.
Okay. Smart.
You're going to rob me my points. You...
Yup. I am so sorry. So it's a total of
Hits.
19 to hit.
As you can see,
That
the
is-
door of the inn starts opening, and there's a file of guards that were about to come out, popping out.
So I'm rolling 2d10 plus
Yep.
5d6.
You.
The inn, most of the upper floor collapsed.
It wasn't high, by the way. Really low.
Oh, the guards might survive after all.
22.
Yeah, you see, as most of the
That
second
was
floor
really
collapses, some of the tiles go, and you hear the yelling, "Get out! Get out!" But the first floor of the inn is still standing.
Revna laughs and says,
Yeah,
You
it was
weak.
really low. So a question: I can pick
Per
up just
turn,
one
correct.
tree by
Wait.
action, right? Per turn. Okay.
Doesn't
So, yeah. I
doesn't
will-
Bone Cruncher do double
Yeah.
damage against buildings?
Oh, yes.
Why?
This is
Why?
one of the reasons why Bone
Why?
Cruncher is
Saved your
equal to
ass.
the other giants.
Yes. Yes, I have 40. It was 44 then.
44. Okay, yeah. With
Yeah.
your siege monster.
Thank you.
You see,
Yeah,
as
I'm a siege
as
monster.
this tree gets, I think you like uprooted a tree, shook out some of the soil, put a rock in between the roots, and chucked it. The second floor collapsed, and then as the tree embedded by Revna hits the second floor, the entire structure collapses, and you hear the screams of the guards inside, and the entire inn is destroyed. Congratulations. I think the inn.
So I have
yeah,
17
the inn
points.
is special, as the whole. You see smoke. There was probably a chimney and a fireplace inside that is now setting fire to the place. Good stuff. Good stuff.
And
Regain-
by the way, just so everybody knows,
Yeah.
everyone, I
Everyone.
think, yeah, everyone that is with 60 feet, I think everyone gets advantage on attack rolls and saving throws until the end of the next turn.
Everyone?
So everyone rolls with advantage, all the attacks and all the saving throws.
Amazing.
Does that
I
include
hate
me? Because I'm
And-
right on the edge, and I don't know if.
Patty, come on! It
Yeah,
was,
it
it
does.
was there. It was like, what the fuck would you want me to do? I was helping you. You wanted to destroy it, and I was helping you destroy it.
So, was that one attack or two?
One.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So you have
just
another
The
one.
second one.
Yeah.
Wait, we have
And-
to
and now
strategize. We
I
have
grab
to attack
my-
the keep.
It is up to you what you do. You can destroy the walls.
I'm-
It's difficult, but I think
The
some
gate-
of you can
The gate
attack
is
the keep
more-
without
gate-
getting through the walls. But also, yeah.
I mean, it says it has
Yeah.
full cover, by the
But
way.
the gate is lower point.
keep has full
the
cover.
gate has
50 hit points.
50 and
gate has
AC
40
19.
points.
So it's more easier to destroy.
yeah, 50 points. Yeah. So, Bone Cruncher will grab his great. What was this? A great club, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, a great club, a great club.
Yeah,
Because
it's
giant size. And will swing, and just without just all instinct, with glee, attack the farmhouse.
Here is a couple of guards who were trying to stay very, very quiet yell.
This is insane. I rolled a 1 and a 4.
But wait, don't you have advantage?
Plus 8. Yeah, that's
Oh,
why he rolled.
shit, no.
With plus 8, that hits. They have ace. No, ace
It hits?
15. It does not hit.
Ah,
No, it doesn't.
Now
No, it doesn't. No, I nothing has a lower DC than 14,
Yeah.
I think.
I do.
So yeah. So I was trying, Bone Cruncher was trying to be really cool, and he just misses, like trying not to, and he just stretches his arms and
I
like,
laugh.
good enough.
Okay, you do have a bonus action,
and-
but it causes you to fall prone.
Yeah. I'm not done. I know. I'm not done. And Bone Cruncher stretches his arms and just you see him just fall, stretching his elbow out
yes!
and yelling,
Yes!
"People!" And
Yes!
and the
Can you do the no
No,
as
I
well,
will.
please?
So the Great Club just
Wait,
brushes some of the straw of the roof without actually damaging the
Yeah.
farmhouse in any way. And now this just does damage. Structures can't dodge.
yeah. Oh wait. Ah, something. I lost the die. Give me a sec. Here it is. So. Oh, that's a bit better. Give me a sec.
That's alright. This is 6d10.
60, 10.
34 points
You're
of damage. Doubled.
Well, yeah. I think that's something that I would
I mean,
submit
it-
to MCDM.
MCDM.
Like, if this is
But it's
specifically against
by the
structures, but yeah.
rules.
So, your elbow goes through, it collapses a full third of the farmhouse as it's just coming down, and then it hits the ground, and the rest of you, and Revna, you feel a bit of a... Actually, Revna,
It says
Yeah.
creatures.
hold on,
Yeah.
let me
You need to do as
let me read the giant code of conduct.
Oh,
But
Yeah. You should
Question.
not deliberately harm another.
I
So,
mean-
Yeah.
do you have enough movement to get to a place where you could do this without hurting Revna?
I mean, if to be honest, if I could, I have 10 feet of movement, and I would move the 10 feet. Like I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not a
Because if
total
you
ass.
harm me, you're out
would
of
move
the
here.
game.
yep.
It
No,
breaks
no,
the
I-
giant
I-
code of conduct.
It
Yeah.
wouldn't
It
harm you,
breaks
by
the
the way.
rules.
But it wouldn't harm
I
you.
Okay,
don't like you anymore.
It would have caused you to fall prone, Revna. Yeah.
Yeah, it would cause you to
Ah,
fall
okay,
prone.
okay,
It doesn't hurt you. I read that. I read the rules beforehand. By the way,
Yeah.
I was sure I wasn't gonna break the
Okay.
code of conduct. But yeah, so I
Yeah. Your
Think I
elbow
destroyed
goes
the
through
farmhouse.
and the farmhouse is destroyed.
So you gain farmhouse.
So far you are currently the points leader, Bone Cruncher, which
I mean,
is one of the like
I have.
in a fight against a party, this hill giant Bone Cruncher is easier to take down than the other giants. But in a contest
Yeah.
of destroying structures, it's much more level.
Just so I need to roll the d6
Yeah,
because it's
correct.
a free action.
You loot
to
the
loot.
farmhouse.
I get a 6, so I get 2 wagons.
Yep.
As a bonus, a giant can stand on these 2 wagons, increase their movement speed by 30 until the end of their next turn, whereupon the wagons are destroyed. So I have
Yeah,
fucking
you
Yeah,
have
dude.
awesome.
Amazing.
It's ridiculous.
just guys, I don't know if you noticed, I came full on
Yeah.
trying to
Yeah.
win this shit, but Not being an
This
ass.
is excellent.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, DM, just because God giveth and God taketh away, would Bone Crusher's bonus action be considered an attack?
In what I mean, it doesn't. It's not an attack. It's a bonus action.
Yeah,
No,
because
it's not an attack.
Siege Monster says Bone Cruncher attacks deal double damage to objects
Ah.
and structures.
Oh,
You are correct.
you're
So
right.
you broke through
That's right.
2/3 of the structure. See, I'm sure a tester found that. And while most of the farmhouse is destroyed, and you see a pair of wagons maybe
Okay.
in the back.
So you still don't have the
okay.
wagons and...
Yeah.
No, I don't have the wagons, and I
Yeah.
removed the 5
And
points.
I think you're prone.
Good cut.
Excellent.
Yeah, I am prone.
So
Alright.
did you
I mean, I don't know how to put.
you put the
that I'm
points of
prone,
the
but-
keep the inn of trampling the fields? Okay.
And nothing
7
else.
I'm counting the trees, by the way, because the one who hurls more trees gets 5 points extra. So I'm pointing.
Marking them.
Good point. Point.
Excellent. So that was giant number 3. Now the human trick shots. What are the human trick shots going to do? They stay on the walls. They have 100 feet for their trick shot. So I think... Yeah. I think Ulf is basically the only one that couldn't get hit by that one. But you are prone, which means they would have disadvantage on hitting Bone Cruncher.
Yep.
So,
It was.
Yeah,
I thought it
right.
through.
so the 2 trick shots on walls 4 and 3 are going to shoot at Lapis. Where am I?
It's like weapon.
They lift up their heavy crossbows, and they are so good at shooting that they can make it bounce off. And because they may not live very long, they are going to use their human ability to exploit an opening. And they're going to give themselves advantage on this attack.
So if they miss, you have to tell me,
Okay.
because I have a power.
So, this is the first one at Lapis.
Be right back.
And that's, well, that's low. That's 9 plus 6, 15. So that's the first one
Oh,
misses.
Who live? Who live? Who's not here? Diego?
Diego left. Yes.
Please
there
don't
he is.
turn off the camera, please.
Okay.
Sorry.
So, Revna, this human trick shot over here missed.
So he has to make when a creature within 120 feet of Revna, which he is, misses a ranged
Yep.
attack weapon, Revna can manipulate the storm surrounding them to freeze the projectile and hurl it back at the attacker as a javelin attack. So I'm guessing it's one creature, right? Because it says when a creature is a reaction. So I'm guessing I only have one.
Yeah, but this one
Chance.
didn't miss you. It didn't miss Revna. It missed Lapis.
I mean, it does no. When a creature within a 20 feet
Misses
of Revna
them.
misses them. Them. Me. Okay.
But let me see, because yeah, now this this same one is going to attack you as they tried to ricochet the attack from Lapis onto you. So now you may get a chance. And they're going to use their exploit opening again. Yep, wow, those are really low rolls. So now
I
you
have
get
15.
to do it.
I have
yeah.
15.
So they missed. So go ahead and make your ice javelin attack.
So I have one. I can attack only one creature.
Yeah,
Okay.
correct.
So
that
I
trick
have,
shot up there who went like missed Lapis Tenebrae and said, it doesn't matter.
And I have
My ricochet will
advantage.
hit. Bounced off the tree towards Revna, missed, and now is getting an ice javelin to the face.
I don't know how to. I'm going to roll twice. I don't know how to do it.
Sure.
Sludge.
Yeah, that's what I'm using. There is a way of like roll 2d20 and like drop lowest one.
D20.
Does that work? That does work.
So that's the one. That's the when I
That
I
hits.
hit,
Yeah.
and I make 3d10 plus 6. So that's 22.
22 damage. As your javelin flies over, you see the trick shots on wall 1 sort of duck as it flies over them. It goes over the keep, and it impacts the trick shot at the back on wall 4, pins him up against the stone wall, and is quite bloodied.
So he didn't die. You
No,
mother.
he didn't.
So his speed is reduced 10 feet until the next turn.
Okay. Yeah. It probably won't survive till the next turn, but that's good. The second trick shot on wall 3 did hit Lapis Tenebra.
Okay.
Oh no. No, he rolled 2 7s, and they only got +6, so misses. They're gonna try and ricochet at Revna also. And geez, misses again. Something's I mean, this is great for you guys. My roll 20 rolls are being terrible right now. Seeing that strategy, the trick shots on walls 1 and 2 are going to aim at Bone Cruncher and try and ricochet towards Revna. You're prone, so that would give them disadvantage. They use their exploit opening to give themselves advantage to cancel it out. So just 1d20 plus 6. 8, so that misses Bone Cruncher.
Yep.
And the other one is also going to shoot Bone Cruncher for 13. I think maybe that one hits you.
It
Okay.
hits. It hits. I have DC 12.
So it's
It's
not a
AC
lot of
12.
damage. This is a heavy crossbow. So you take 7 points of piercing damage as the bolt goes through you, and then just a grazing as the 2 bolts are ricocheted towards Revna. And these would have advantage. 17, that one is going to hit Revna, and the other one 18. Okay, so that's 2 hits. Wow. 19 total points of piercing damage, Revna, as 2 bolts go low to the ground. One of them does manage to slightly graze Bone Cruncher, and they bounce up towards you and embed themselves
I'm
in your
losing
armor.
a lot of hit points, guys.
Yeah,
I'm in 61
No.
it is definitely possible for me to kill all of you.
because of you. Because everything is bouncing to me.
I'm at the my Bone Cruncher is in the ground like.
So those, I believe, were all 4 of my trick shots. And it is now finally time for Oath the Quick.
Ulf the Quick is going to turn around because he was looking south, and he's going to say, "Oh, this way's north," and he's going to run. Can I? Oh no, this is ruler. 1 second, so I can move. I would like to run here. I think that's like 40, because I really
Yeah.
want to check how much. Yeah, 45. So I have 15 left.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to take my first of 2 ice axe attacks. I'm sorry. I'm going to take the first one to the farmhouse thing.
Sure.
So I rolled 2 d20s, right? Because of advantage.
Yeah. You heard
Yeah,
the
advantage. Everyone has
dying
advantage.
screams of the guards, the evil bandit guards inside the inn. That might have been what prompted you to turn around and go like, "Oh, that's the village."
Oh wait. Ooh. There we go. Oh no, I missed. I rolled incorrectly. I'm sorry. Can I roll again because
It's that 9. So take the 9
Yeah.
plus whatever your.
Oh, that's -1, so that's 8.
What? What are you doing that has -1?
Oh no, I'm sorry. It says +9 to hit. So yeah. So that's
18.
That's 18 to
Yeah,
hit the house.
that hits the house.
Okay. So that is 3d6
I don't think it's possible for you to
3d10.
not destroy this house.
plus 6. So that's 25 damage to the house. I'm
You
just
bring your axe-
gonna go right on the toilet.
Sure.
Loot.
Yeah.
Loot.
Roll a
And
d6.
like in Jurassic Park, there's a guy sitting in the toilet with.
Maybe. Certainly, if that was the part of the house that was still a 6. So you find the 2
6.
wagons.
Yes!
On oath,
Yeah, you guys
is
escaped.
on oath, it's maybe a little broken because it is the fastest giant. Also, if you want, you could have picked up this tree on your way there.
There's actually one tree right next to me.
Oh,
So yeah, I kind of thought about this. So I'm going to. Do I equip the skates right away?
if you want to, but they're destroyed the turn you use it.
Okay.
It takes
yeah,
a bonus action to stand on the wagons,
Okay.
which gives you 30 feet more movement until the end of your next turn, and then they're destroyed.
Okay. So
So you
never
get
mind.
to basically skate on them twice.
Never mind. But they're mine.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So with the second attack, I'm going to turn around, and I'm going to yell, "Okay, go down, Lapis!" And I'm going to smash the alchemist. I'm going to pick up a tree, and on the turnaround, I'm going to hit it with the ice axe attacks that I have left.
Excellent. So go ahead and roll
so
with
that's,
advantage. So
roll.
twice. And if you hit, you do. Well, it's up to you if you would want to use the tree or not.
Yeah, I'm going to.
Yep.
So that's 16
That's a hit.
plus 9, yes, so that hits. So that's 3d6 for melee attack, right?
It 3d10 with your axe
the
plus
additional.
3d6 for the
Get it. Okay. So, typing is so complicated. 3d10 plus. No, wait.
Yeah, that can work. Plus 3d6.
Plus 6 plus 3d6. Right?
Correct.
34 points of damage on the alchemist.
You crash through, you destroy the tower that was above, and it crumbles down to the ground. There's a decent portion of the structure that is still standing, however.
Screw you, tower! And I'm going to... I still have 15. Do I want to move or not?
You know that guards will be popping out from the farmhouses that are left, but there's other, like if you want healing, I believe you can heal at the apple orchard, the vineyard.
I think... No, I'm actually going to stay put.
Great. Okay, I believe that's the end of your turn.
It is. That's all
And
for me.
now it is time for me to do a bunch of placing of guards.
So we have to prepare for rolling initiative again, right?
Yes, in the meantime, while I'm placing the guards, you guys roll initiative again.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Nice.
Okay.
I was muted.
Bone Cruncher's having a good time.
And Diego's having
15
a good time.
again?
I'm glad to hear that. Okay, and do the guards get to act on the turn that they show up?
Why is Ulf the slowest of the party? I hate him so much.
No.
Okay.
No.
I rolled a 0, but
Yes!
we don't have advantage for that, right? It's for attacks and
No,
stuff.
it's for
Correct.
attacks only, yeah.
So
No,
I'm
it's not
0.
saving
Ability
throws.
save. Okay,
And the-
so they showed up. The guards are going to be moving. What is their movement speed? It's not great. It's 30 feet. you see as these humans have finished, they thought that they would be waiting for you guys in ambush, and as you got close to the walls, they would be able to pop out and surround you, but it was not to be. So now these get there. Do they keep moving? Oh wait, they have range attacks. Great. Yeah, minions are awesome. Almost all of their attacks are either melee or ranged.
Oh no. Okay.
Don't worry, these are minions.
No. I'm looking at my next action.
So you see these guards yelling at the destruction that is happening all around them, and they are trying to rush to engage you before you can reach the walls of their keep. And yep, there would be a lot more guards right among you trying to stab you folk with pointy sticks, but you destroyed farmhouses and the inn, so that was well done. Okay, so we're going to have these two guards. Whoa, wrong. There we go. Those two guards are going to be attacking Bone Cruncher at disadvantage. They miss because Bone Cruncher is lying prone. The spears go flying over his head, and you hear Callis yell in anger at her incompetent guards. These two guards that are a bit smarter hear that, and they decide to attack Ulf the Quick. That is standing up with 12 plus 4, 16. Does that hit Ulf?
It hits, yeah.
So you see as these spears come flying towards you, and it's, imagine you, a human, being hit with a splinter. It's like, ow. You take 2 points of piercing damage.
Done 2 smashes!
And these guards are going to chuck spears at Lapis Tenebra. Ooh, that definitely hits.
Yep.
Lapis, you take 2 points of piercing damage as, again, what to them are full-grown spears are thrown, and to you it's like they threw a match, a sharp match.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, ah.
Did anyone miss? I already
No.
used my reaction.
And yeah,
I can
and they're not close enough to hit you.
They are
Which
attacking.
means that-
Is range attack? Is range attack or
Range attack.
Okay.
Okay, and those are the guards. So, did you guys already set up your initiatives again?
Yes.
I did.
Oh, I need to. Does we update the turn order or you
The
or
turn
you-
order, please. Yeah.
Yeah.
Update the turn order with your new initiative, please.
Okay.
DM, just to double check, destroying the farmhouse is 5 points, right?
I believe so.
Yes.
Okay, domo arigato.
Yes, it is.
I'm all good.
Okay.
Farmhouse is like a general building destruction.
Got it.
The inn, the keep, the walls, and the gates are worth more points. Okay, so Bone Cruncher, who is having a decent run for it, you are free to stand up, as it's your turn now.
And you see something strange in Bone Cruncher. So he's like, ants! And just gets up and moves 15 feet this way. Grabs the tree
Okay.
and launches it to the alchemist building.
Okay, sure. Go ahead and roll the attack. I think you still have advantage from the inn.
Yep, I do. What the fuck? I rolled an 8 and a 9. So a 9
I think
plus,
that's enough. And
I
with a
hope
ranged
so.
attack,
Plus 8, so it's 17.
yeah, that
sorry.
hits.
Okay, so now I roll 2d10. Oh, I didn't do the plus 5 the last round. I fucked up. Okay, it doesn't matter. And 60 and 5d6.
I
for the
don't
tree.
think this building has a way to survive with the double damage.
I mean, I haven't been getting a lot of damage, but let's see. $37.
Yep.
Oh no, doubled. 37
yeah.
doubled.
Without doubling, that would
So
have
I'm
been
like,
enough to destroy the alchemist house. With the doubling, it is far more than enough. As the tree with a rock at the end goes crashing through, you hear very fragile glass objects explode, and then there is a burst of alchemical mist, and the giants are turned invisible.
Yes. You all are invisible, and me as
Until
well.
the end of their next turn.
You don't
Yeah.
see me, motherfucker. Yeah, sorry. I'm just happy. And now I'm gonna throw a rock at the. So I have a question, because I target just one human with an attack?
Yeah.
This is okay.
If you are targeting
so I will-
minions, there are overkill rules for ranged attacks, which is basically you look at the line.
Okay.
So like in theory, it's
So
possible
the-
for you to get like those 4 minions if you are targeting minions.
Okay. So the guards are minions, but the trick shots on the apprentice mages are not minions.
The apprentice mages
Or are
is
they
the
minions
apprentice
as well?
mages are minions, but they are sort of high-powered
Okay.
minions.
Okay. So I could target the 4 guards or the 3 apprentice minions on the wall? I'm just double checking.
I don't see the line to get 3 apprentice mages.
So I was trying. I was figuring out like something like that.
I think
No,
that's
it was
2.
2.
Yeah,
It's just 2.
and like that's 2
Yeah, so I
also.
could get those
yeah.
4. Okay, I'm gonna throw it to the
Go for
guards. I want my brethren to be. I want them to be safe. A question: does the attack negate the invisibility? I don't think so.
Yeah,
It doesn't
it's
say
not
that.
like you have the spell invisibility. You are just invisible.
Okay.
So you have advantage
Okay, I was double checking.
still,
Yeah, I know.
because now there is an invisible. Suddenly, there's a rock coming out of them from nowhere.
What in the actual?
There's a
fuck?
moment
I
where there's
rolled
the
a
explosion of
3
alchemical
and a
mist,
6,
and you see the guards stop, and they start celebrating. They go like, "Yes!" as they think that the alchemical mist has defeated you, sent you flying away, and suddenly a rock comes crashing through.
Yeah. So I rolled really badly. 14.
14 misses. They have armor class 16.
I rolled a 3 and a 6. I've been rolling the d20s like shit. But
Yeah.
okay, yeah,
And
that's my
suddenly
turn.
this rock comes, and because they had their hands up in the air, the shield was up, and the rock just bounces off, and they managed to stay alive through it. Okay, and that's Bone Cruncher. Unless you want to move, and I don't know if you have any movement.
I can't move anymore. I
Yeah, because
just
you were prone before.
got up, moved, and that's
Okay,
all
and
can
now
do.
I have to count points to see who has. But you're invisible. What happened? Well, you did just throw a rock, and Kalis is fairly smart. Yep.
You're mute.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I imagined that would be with disadvantage. It's like,
Well, it's gonna be a dexterity saving throw from you.
But you have
Okay.
advantage on that as well.
yeah, no.
Oh wait. Ah, if only. No, that's what they're going to do.
Yes,
Who's the
no,
person with the
yes,
second
no,
most points?
yes.
Yeah. Kalis is going to like look at where you're standing, try and figure out the configuration of where you are, and can only get two of you with the lightning bolt as she launches another. So I need Ulf and Bone Cruncher to make dexterity saving throws, DC 15.
Wait, give me a second.
It's in front of me and I can attack it. It's
Nope.
immune to my attacks.
Correct.
Oh,
Ooh.
I have
I
advantage.
don't think I have advantage.
It
Because it's the end of my
correct.
next
So
turn.
Ulf
I
has
don't have
advantage.
No,
Okay.
no, of your
Bone
turn.
Cruncher
have
does
it.
not.
It says in the
When the inn is destroyed, it's until the end of their next turn.
because
And
I
he already
I
had
would
his
next
have
turn.
next turn.
I
Yeah.
I think it should be
You-
at the
you
end.
should
of,
have.
right at the end of the second turn. Right.
Yeah, but this is my second turn after I defeated the. No, I roll without advantage.
Yeah.
It's all good.
I did, but it
that's-
still hits.
Come on.
So
what in the actual fuck? I rolled a 4.
well,
We're
that's
rolling
bad
like shit.
because there were good rolls. So that's 30 points of lightning damage as Kalis's lightning surges through, and for a moment, despite being invisible, you are outlined as the lightning surges around you and burns through. I will remind you of the apple orchard and the vineyard, which are ways of healing.
Don't worry, I'm going there.
And that is Kalis's turn as she launched that lightning. And we are now on to giant number 2.
Okay.
Which is Lapis.
It's me. So right now I have 2 things in my hands. I have a black powder kick and a tree.
Mm-hmm.
It's uncomfortable, so I'm going to use one. I'm going to use the powder kick. So yeah, it's okay if I throw it to the walls.
Yep.
Like right here.
Yep.
Fire away!
You launch. Let's read the powder keg carefully.
As an action,
20-foot radius sphere.
a giant can hurl this barrel of black powder at a point up to 120 feet away, so all the map. Each creature in a 20-foot radius sphere centered at that point must make a DC 15 dexterity saving throw.
Yep.
The damage is 8d6 on a fail and half on success.
So go ahead and roll the damage as
Yeah.
I'm going to roll first for these trick shots.
8d6.
The first trick shot is dead, almost certainly. The second one is not, as the one closest to the blast sees it coming and manages to just lie prone on the wall and try and stay alive. And now for these apprentice mages.
Okay, I make a mistake. Well, it's okay.
What was the?
The mistake is that the kick don't make a damage to the walls or the gate. Only the other buildings. But it's okay.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, you see as lightning flares around the stone, and it protects it from the blast. And now these apprentice mages have to succeed on their saves, or they're going to die, despite being minions, because that is too much damage for them. So apprentice mage number 1 dies. Number 2 dies. Number 3 also dies. So 1, 2, 3, and the last one managed to stay alive. Okay, so you killed 1 trick shot and 3 apprentice mages. So write that down for your points.
One trick shot is. I'm looking for the humans.
There's puny human, which is a killing a minion, and less puny human, which is trick shots. So 5 points for a trick shot, 1 point for each minion.
So 7. Okay.
As there's this explosion, and you see as 1 trick shot and 1 mage still alive over in that section.
Okay. And I'm
Wait.
invisible.
I'm pretty sure you hit 2 farmhouses. Yeah.
Did
So-
I- oh!
You
It's-
see
it's
as
20
the
feet.
flames, yeah, the flames start burning the
Yeah.
thatched roof as they took damage. 29, yeah, that's left by themselves. These farmhouses would eventually collapse, but not fast enough for you. As you hear still some guards inside. Okay, do you have a bonus action?
I don't have my bonus action, but I have my
You have
movement.
movement.
And my movement, I have 40 feet. I think I'll be here. That point.
Go ahead.
How
You
can
run
I-
through. I think the guards are gonna try and stab at you as you go by.
Haha, you can try.
They have a plus, so the 2 that are right next to you only have a +4 to attack you. 8 misses, but the other ones that were above the ruined farmhouse, there's more of them, so they attack at +6 at +6. Whoa! And a crit, which means nothing. That just means they hit. As you take 4 points of piercing damage. As it's a bit like stepping on like a briar bush. Like,
Who attacked me?
those actually hit you. Those 4 guards there.
Okay.
These 2 missed.
Yeah. From these 4 guards, I'm going to kick it, and because I have a resonant rune in as a reaction, they must do DC 17 strength saving throw or be pushed 10 feet away from me.
Okay. They don't have great strength. And it's a 7 plus Q. Anyway, so 14. Nope.
Haha, fail.
Yep. I'm gonna rule that they all get pushed back 10 feet. There. They're all pushed back by this massive kick.
And I will say, Wolf, Ant.
Excellent. That was Giant 2, I believe. It is now the Apprentice Mages, of which there are now fewer than there were before. Counting points. Revna, do you have no points?
No points.
Oh, I'm sorry.
They all were stolen from me.
Lightning crackles among the hands of the apprentice mages and lashes out at Ulf the Quick. So that is 5, 6, 7, 8. So d20 plus 8. 15 to hit. Does that hit Ulf the Quick?
That's my AC, yeah.
Okay, so you take 3 lightning damage plus, so 3, 4, 5, 6. You take 7 points of lightning damage, and then sparks fly out at 2 fly out at Bone Cruncher. So you just pick, it just hits. So Bone Cruncher, you take 9 points of lightning damage, and Revna, you take 2 points of lightning damage.
It was 7 for me, right?
Yeah, 7 for
Okay.
Ulf, 9 for
Got
Bone
it.
Cruncher, and 3 for Revna. Yes. Yes, because there's 4 extra mages.
2 or 3?
I'm getting
3.
low.
Okay.
Wait, who am I?
I'm
The
under
only
60.
one that haven't been that hurt.
Well, you weren't the one that was close to them there. This apprentice mage who was very close to you sees you, and you see as he tries to gather some lightning, it's very little lightning compared to what the other side just managed to grasp. And he launches it at you for 15 to hit. Does that hit you?
Who?
It does not.
Me?
Lapis. It just
Yeah.
glances off you and
Fail.
gets ground itself to the ground, and he goes, "Ah!"
And I use my reaction.
All right, so that missed. And those are the apprentice mages. They continue to empower Kali's car, but she already has the maximum number of temporary hit points, and she can't go over them. So her shield is still quite strong. Okay, those were the apprentice mages. Are they going to run away? I think this one's going to try to run away, right? That's smart. There's a giant right in front of it. So he's going to run all the way close to the trick shot. And that's it for those mages. Okay, and it is now Giant 3's turn. So that would be Ulf the Quick.
Yes. Oh, sorry, that was a different character that I was thinking. I'm gonna do something weird. First of all, bonus action, get on the skates.
Excellent.
Yes.
Because Ulf has an ice axe. He's an ice skater now. So I will take the liberty to rule that. So with a spin, he's going to take. He's going to use 10 movement to get right there.
Well, okay.
Yeah. Trade time, and iPad turned off. So when Ulf enters a medium or smaller enemy space, the enemy must choose to either fall prone or take both. They're already prone, or take 3d6 bludgeoning damage, only once per turn.
Okay.
So that'll be the two guards.
Those two guards are going to decide to fall prone because that amount of damage is likely to kill them.
But weren't they prone from? Oh no, they just fled, right?
They were just pushed, I believe.
Okay, I understand. That's fine. Okay, so
Prone means you attack them with advantage.
yeah, but I still have advantage, right? From
Well, you're invisible. You're an invisible ice skating frost giant.
they just see the path of ice under me, and I'm going to remember the lessons of my elders, and I'm going to Blizzard Surge my way to the apple orchard because that looks tasty, and yeah. So this says that Ulf moves up to their speed, which is 80 feet in a straight line. And at any point during this move, they can make up to 3 ice attacks against different creatures.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take the 2 that are prone.
Well, these are minions, which means if you kill one and you have damage left over, you can overkill, which means keep killing. And also, there was a tree next to you that you could have picked up if you wanted to.
Oh, that's true. But okay, But do you want to do that though? Okay, yeah, that changes things a bit.
So I take one attack, and the more damage you can do with that attack, the more minions you kill with that one attack.
I understand. Okay, so that changes.
Yeah.
That changes my plan a little bit. Okay, so I mean, no, I still need to get that. Okay, so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna take 1 ice attack at one of the 2 that are prone.
Excellent.
So R2d20 plus 6, right?
Now, is this with a tree or no tree?
This is not with the tree. I'm going to pick up
Okay.
the tree after this attack.
Okay.
So that'll be 37 to hit.
That definitely... Well, no. It's a 25 to hit.
Oh,
But yeah, that hits.
yeah, there you go. Math. I don't do
Go
math.
ahead and roll damage, and let's see how... so after you kill this minion, you roll to attack the next minion. And
Okay.
if you hit, we continue subtracting hit points from your
Got
attack
it.
until you finish killing.
Also, not smart. -1 intelligence. So 3d10 plus 6 slashing damage. So that'll be 26.
Wow. Okay, that's up to 5 minions. If you can
Yes.
hit them all.
Yes,
So-
I'll kill the 4 of them.
Well,
Can
no,
I
you
get the
have
4
to.
of them?
So you kill the first one. You have
Okay.
to roll to hit the next one.
Okay.
Also with advantage because it's prone, as you are just slashing the invisible ice axe the rest of you see as blood just spurts and then freezes and then turns invisible and keeps going. So roll to attack the next guy.
It was +6 to hit, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, +9 to hit. I did the math wrong. That's 20 to hit.
Hits. So
Okay.
that's 5. So the first one put the damage down to 21. This one puts it down to 16. So go ahead and roll to hit the next one.
One more time.
Yeah,
Okay.
those are all, like, you still have 4 available targets, so.
Okay, I'm just gonna
You
copy
choose which
paste the formula here. So one
Yeah.
second. There we go. So that's
Yep.
17
So
plus
16
9.
to 11.
Okay.
Which one do you want to have killed? To your right or above you?
The one to, let's see. Is Ulf? Yeah, let's say Ulf is a left-handed person, so he would have spun to the right, so he would get the one on the left first.
Okay. As that guy is gone, keep rolling to attack the next one.
Okay, next one
You
is
have 11. Yep,
Yeah, that's
23.
DBDBD.
And you have 6 damage left, so if you manage to hit the next guard, that will have been 5 minions
been
that you
5.
killed with 1 attack.
Okay, fantastic. So that's 16
Yep.
plus 9. Okay.
So you spun, and heads, limbs, interior organs go flying, are frozen, and land in bloody icicles. And there's
Okay.
one guard still left holding a spear as an invisible icy dervish of death.
Yeah, I need to get there. So, Ulf is going to try to regain his balance and is just going to charge 80 feet towards the apple orchard because those
Yep.
fruit look really tasty. But
As well they should be.
yeah, can I make it so that but that guard is going to choose to go prone anyway. So yeah, I'm just gonna move there.
Yep, that guy goes prone.
Wait, let me
You
see
can
what are
make
80
up to
feet.
3 attacks, so there's no reason not to make the attacks.
But that is with the I have 2 ice
Oh.
attacks, right?
did you
because
not-
I'm not.
oh, yeah,
I'm,
so
I'm
you
not
didn't
doing
use
Blizzard
your-
Search.
Okay,
No,
you
I'm
did
not
do
doing
the
Blizzard
Blizzard
Search.
Okay, so that guy goes prone. By the way, you killed 5 minions. That's 5 points.
Did I? Okay, I'll see if I add them later. So I still have 80 feet, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna move.
You can be at up to 10 feet from the apple.
Yeah, but I'm
Or
going
try
to.
to
But
80.
80 feet is exactly to be here. So I'm going to destroy that land and
Hold on.
eat the fruit.
I think you would have
I
had
think that
to
you
have
can do
jumped
one.
over the farmhouse. So
Okay.
let's go
Oh,
and
but
make an
okay.
athletics check. You're,
Yeah, this
you're
is
at
gonna be
9.
fun.
I'm
This is
gonna
gonna be
say
fun.
it's 25 to make it no problem. If you do 20, you clip the top of the farmhouse and go tumbling over and you fall prone.
Like, I do have -1 to dexterity. My dexterity is 9.
But
So
your athletics is +9. So
oh my,
And you
oh,
are
it's
so
athletics.
Yeah.
Over
Nice.
ice.
Okay.
yeah,
So
and you got
over skates.
a big running start.
Okay.
And you're jumping with your wagon skates.
yes.
This is so weird.
So
Please fail
So-
so the wagons.
my
Smash
mama
in the
told
air.
me this trick. So that'll be 1d20 plus 9, right? Because of my
Yeah.
athletics plus 9.
yeah, yeah.
Correct.
Yep. Okay. And I failed to type. So give me 1 second, please. Thank you. There we go.
Lapis, you
28.
feel
Oh.
as there's a mass of air coming towards you, and you dodge out of the way. And you guys see as 4 ice tracks,
Olympic skater.
yeah,
Jump.
they extinguish the flames on the roof that were left from the explosion,
Insane.
and deep furrows land in the
You
crops.
jump and spin in the air and land like in the other side.
Yep.
I like this
And
game.
those crops are fouled. I'm having a
Good
great time.
work! So I killed 5 dudes.
And you fouled some crops, which I think is 2 points. Yeah.
Okay, so
So
that'll
7
be
points.
7 more points. Okay.
You had
Awesome.
1 extra attack, by the way, if you wanted to take a swipe at those or that guy
I'll actually go for the
or
farmhouse.
the trick shot.
Oh, there's not a farmhouse here, right? That's just the
Oh, there
apple
is one.
orchard.
Yeah, there is a farmhouse. Go ahead and attack the farmhouse. And you have a tree if you want to use it.
Yeah. So on the way, I would have picked the tree right in front of Lapis. So that would be typing. I still have advantage, right? From
Yep, you are invisible. Don't tell me how that helps you hit a farmhouse, but it does.
plus 9 to hit. So that is just a hit, right? Then we do damage. Okay, so that's 19 plus 9.
That 28.
So damage would be reading.
These
3.
farmhouses took some damage from the explosion.
The explosion.
So up to you if you
Plus
want to
6
use the
plus
tree now or not.
3D. Yeah, I'm going to use the tree now. So that's 3d6 for the tree again.
Yeah, plus your axe damage.
Plus my axe damage.
We have a point
3d10
leader.
plus 6. Okay, got it. Let me see if I got it right. There we go. So 34
Yep.
points of damage.
As you crash through the formerly extinguished roof of the farmhouse, erupts in flames as you hit an oven, and sparks go flying everywhere, and you crush who knows how many human guards that were still in there.
As a final spin, I'm going to do a bow. Thank you! And that's my turn.
That's another 5 points. So you got 12 points in that turn.
That's insane.
17 points.
Yep.
Okay, hurry up, guys.
You have 17 in total?
Yeah, 17
I have
points so far.
0 points.
Do I roll for farmhouse loot?
Yeah,
or?
loot the farmhouse.
Okay, cool.
D6.
I was just asking. 1d6. I get a 2. What's
2
Two
is a destructive hammer. You can attack a building that is not the keep, the wall, or the gates, and the building and the hammer are instantly destroyed.
Yes.
That's insane.
I turn around. I look at the farmhouse, the general store, and the blacksmith, and I go like, "Am I still hungry?" And that's my turn.
Wow. Okay, so that was giant number 3. It is now the human trick shots that are still alive. Let me measure some distances and let me roll to see if they get their trick shots back.
That was a fucking turn. This game is cool, man.
Yeah.
This game is really cool.
That was
Love
really
it.
Good. How many trick shots do I still have?
I love your
3.
character.
Okay. 3d6. Okay. So that one. Okay. The one on the wall 3 regains their trick shot. Yep. And is going to... You guys are invisible! But they're going to use their last exploit opening to get advantage as they shoot at Ulf the Quick. Just a regular roll. D20 plus 6.
Regular roll. Sorry.
A total of 2. So 8 total misses. It bounces off the ruined farmhouse towards Lapis Tenebra, and this one is at disadvantage because they no longer have exploit opening. And that is a 9 as that guy misses completely.
What?
The other trick shots are going to shoot at... One trick shot is going to shoot at Lapis. Just a regular shot. With disadvantage, because you guys are invisible, because of course you are. Ooh. Wait, within 30 feet of them. Are you within 30 feet? Because that might make a difference. Yep, okay. So this is considered a point-blank shot. If it hits, it's extra, but it does not with a natural 1, so never mind. And the other one is going to shoot at Bone Cruncher with disadvantage because you're all invisible. 13? Does 13 hit Bone Cruncher?
Yeah, it hits.
Wow, okay.
Oh.
No, yeah, Bone Cruncher is bad.
Vineyard.
Yeah, so that's D10
Got it there.
plus 4. 9 as a heavy bolt hits Bone Cruncher, ricochets off one of their muscles, and bounces off towards Revna with disadvantage because you're invisible. For 13, I believe, misses Revna. Yep. tough to hit you. Oh wait, it wasn't a trick shot. Never mind. They didn't recover their trick shot, so that just hit Bone Cruncher. But let's call that this one was the other trick shot shooting at Revna. No, wait. I'd miscounted. Never mind. Nothing happened at Revna because they didn't recover their trick shots. It's all good. Trick shots are done. But knowing about point blank shooting, they are going to move towards that corner to try and take more advantage of it. And this guy's going to move there. And that's the end of their turn. And it is now finally Revna the Blue's turn.
So, Tiff, I have two questions. Jose, did you hurl a tree?
No,
Okay.
I hold the kick.
So you have still a tree in your hand?
Yeah.
Correct.
Right? Okay, so I didn't mark the point. Did Kalis go?
Yeah.
Okay.
She went after Bone Cruncher and did a lot of damage to Oath and Bone Cruncher.
So I'm going to use my special power. I'm going to use Flower of Frost, which is going to act in the next turn. Revna throws up to 3 medium ice javelins, each at an occupied space. The thing is that I throw the javelins, and in the next turn, they like explode, and they hurt people right in 20-foot radius from them.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my action. So that's all I can do.
Yeah, where are you placing the...
So I'm placing them
You can draw them, I think. Use the drawing
here
tools.
at 30 feet. Let me... Here...
In the meantime, a question for Oath. How did you regain hit points? Because
by eating the orchard.
it takes an action. So
in your
Yeah.
It
next
takes
turn.
an action?
yeah, it's an action to
Yep.
devour
Oh,
all the
I get
actions.
it. Okay. Never mind. I'll take it back.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It should be a triangle.
Okay, so
Their
there
spaces must be within 30 feet of each other. It works like that, or has like to be like a triangle?
that makes sense to me.
Okay, so there.
Here, the problem is you can't see those spaces because they're behind the walls.
So I can do it.
So
Okay,
you could
I'm
throw
going to
them-
raise.
You could put them on the walls.
Okay. Like there and there and there. Let me see. They have 30 feet. Yeah, no 30.
No, that one's 35. You could put it on the
Okay.
gate, I guess.
Okay.
Or here.
There. And there. That works. So it doesn't say that I have to make like an attack.
No.
I throw them.
You just throw them.
And just
Do you throw each of them separately? Do you throw one that splits into 3? What does it look like?
no, each one's separately.
Okay.
And then I'm afraid because I have so little hit points.
You have more than me.
I'm going.
I'm under 50.
So I'm still. So I have 30 feet points to move. 30 feet. So I'm going to move like here. Pick that tree up, and I have like there, I think. Yeah,
Okay.
like that's it. Yeah, that's my turn.
All right. And that is now... There are still some farmhouses remaining, and it's the guard's turn.
You
So-
have to mark these three. I thought these three.
Sure. Okay. So while I'm producing more guards, please re-roll initiative for your next round.
Okay. Oh,
Ooh. Ooh. I'm still the lowest, though.
why?
No, don't worry. I'm coming.
Okay. So that's all the guards that spawned.
Oh yeah, still the lowest.
This guard is going to stand up, and with 15 feet, might not get to. Oh, does get to. Okay. So 5 guards are going to attack Lapis.
Haha, you can try.
You guys are still invisible, right? It's until the end of this of your turns?
I think so.
Until the end,
The end of their next turn.
Yeah.
Oh, so you guys are no
So we
longer
were-
invisible.
Yeah.
And some of you might not have been
no.
invisible.
No. You're wrong. Because the alchemist was this turn.
That was
The
on
first
your
turn-
that was on Bone Cruncher's turn.
Yeah, on Bone Cruncher.
So Bone Cruncher is the only one that is still invisible. But then after
No, everyone is invisible.
Yes. But then as each giant had
Okay,
their turn,
This is
they lost their
yeah, no,
invisibility.
this is the third round, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So the first round, we destroyed the inn and have the advantage.
Oh.
The second round,
We
we have the invisibility, and then this is this is the end of the next turn.
That's right. That's right.
So we're invisible until each of our turns right now.
The thing that messes
how I
this
read
up
it, at
is
least.
because we change turns, right? So we have
Yeah.
to think about in the end of the third turn. This, I think so.
Yeah.
Or maybe in the
Yeah,
end
well,
of
I mean,
each
we're only
giant
competing
turn.
with each other, so it's still fair.
Yeah.
I'm not ruling differently to all of you. So, okay.
Okay. The question, and Diana. So you understand the ruling you need to make?
Is
In my
what is
opinion,
the
is
next
that
turn?
You need to.
Right.
Yeah.
What is the next
Are
turn?
we talking about the end of the end of the turn of the person that damaged that destroyed the building, or each of everyone's turn?
I think it's the turn of the giant. So if I was ruling
So
again,
then it would be the next, my next turn, the end of my next turn.
So we
it would be
we have
because I destroyed it.
Sure.
yeah.
We would still have it.
So we still have
no.
invisibility.
So the way I'll rule it is, as each of you guys take your turn this round,
Okay.
you will use your invisibility.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, perfect.
Got it.
So you guys were all invisible during these attacks. You are invisible during the attacks of the guard, which is 5 and then up to +9 against Lapis. But with disadvantage.
18. Is 18?
Yep.
Yeah,
9 plus 9,
hits.
18. It's hard to dodge that many spears, even if you're invisible. So you take, I believe, a grand total of 5 damage. Some of those spears hit you.
I use my reaction. Damn.
These guys are going to move up there. And those 4 are together are going to attack Revna.
Do you know where I am?
Yeah,
Because
I mean,
attack.
they
and
hear
they
you
move.
stomping around,
Ah, okay.
but they have disadvantage on this attack,
Okay.
which is 12. They miss. You see a couple of them start like stabbing nowhere near where your feet are, and then 2 spears go flying overhead and just land in the ruined crops next to you.
It's a range attack.
They yeah, 2 range attacks missed you.
So I can use my reaction to
Yep.
with one of them.
You can attack that guy, and if you kill him, you can overkill and keep going to the minion behind.
I can do that?
Yeah.
Okay. So slash R.
In the meantime, these 2 guards
+9.
move up and try and attack the invisible bone cruncher. Miss with a 9.
So 29.
Hits, go ahead and roll
And
damage,
the
and then you
damage?
might as well go ahead and roll the attack for the minion behind it, because I think it's impossible for you not to kill. Wow. Jeez. Yeah. So
3d10.
with the crit, so might as well go ahead and double it. And these 2 attacking off the quick also miss because an invisible
So
guy's
it's
getting
20 points to one.
Yeah, go ahead and roll the attack against the other guard. You have advantage on these because you're invisible still, so I'm pretty sure you hit the other guard, but might as well go ahead and roll.
1d20.
D20 plus 9.
24.
Yep, those two guards are obliterated as a extremely powerful ice javelin pierces through them and just goes flying beyond the limits of the city of this tiny village. All right, and that's give yourself 2 points. I don't know if you had any points before this. You killed two minions.
Thank you. 2
Yay.
points. Yay. 2 PD.
Okay, excellent. And that's all the guards. Yep.
Did you attack with the 2 guards with me?
Yep. They
Because
got a
I only
9
saw
total.
a 9.
to hit you.
Oh, that's just with 1 guard, right?
Minions, they
There
all
are
attack
two.
together. The more minions,
Oh,
the better
okay.
they're to hit, and the more damage they do.
Okay, my bad. I didn't.
That's
understand.
why the minions attacking Lapis had a +8 or +9, and the one attacking you had a +6.
Okay.
So that's the guards. Now, giant number 1, Revna, it is your turn, and I think your flowers explode.
Oh, Lapis is 21.
It's 21.
Oh, sorry.
It's the new turn, so
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
you need to update the.
There we go.
Okay.
Lapis Tenebra, it's your turn.
Yep.
This is your last turn of invisibility.
I have invisibility.
Until the end of this
Yep.
turn for you.
Oh, poor ants. I'm going to attack these things that are poking me.
Sure.
So it's this one. It's 1d10 plus 10. 1d20 plus 10.
You have advantage.
I have advantage. You're
invisibility.
right. 19.
That hits.
Good.
Do you are you using your tree?
I'm
or
using
no
the tree.
Okay.
I'm using the tree. It's for the. Remind me the bonus of the tree.
I believe it is 3d6.
So
Additional
it's
bludgeoning.
If it's
for-
melee, 3d6. 3d6.
Yeah.
If it's thrown, it's more damage.
5
So
d6.
it's
Yeah.
for the.
It's 3.
It's-
3d6.
He's adding the
For
4 of his
the-
attack.
Yeah.
Okay.
For the 8
his
plus
heavy rune
7
marked.
plus how much? 3d6?
3d6.
3 go boom boom. 40.
40. So you obliterate the first guard, make an attack roll on the next one with advantage,
Woohoo!
as there's a very decent chance that you're going to kill all of these.
22.
The second guard is obliterated. Keep rolling. You still have 30 damage to...
15.
Ooh, 15. You miss on that third guard. Can you keep going? I am going to now look at the rules. What happens if you miss an overkill attack?
Recording.
For now, do whatever you want to do with your second attack. I'm going to look at the first packet to see what happens when you miss.
How much enemy I killed? 3? 2?
You killed 2 minions.
Okay. To add later. I use the tree, right? I can use
Yeah,
again.
you used the tree on that attack.
Okay.
You can use it one time and it gets destroyed.
Gotcha. What I'm going to do is move. Use my movement to be. Oh no! Wait.
But now you can pick another tree.
Yeah.
I think so, right? And use
wait.
it in this turn, right?
Let me check. Tree. Once on their turn, they can pull out the tree. They can incorporate. Yeah. So you
So you
picked
could
up the
pick
tree.
another one
Yeah. You can pick
and
up
use
another
it.
tree.
I'm going to pick another tree and use my forked knife to make a range attack to this farmhouse.
But you have
Okay.
to move to in order to have a tree beside you. You have to write it like here.
No, that's apple. I have to move
Ah,
by here if I. Yeah, I'm going
but
to do
you
that.
can.
I'm going to
But
move
that's
here.
an apple tree. I don't know.
If you have 10 feet of reach, do I need to be in front of the tree or can I be
You have to
here?
be 10 feet.
10 feet to the tree.
from the tree.
Okay.
10 feet.
Okay.
Alright, I was wrong. You don't have to roll to keep attacking the minions. It just happens. They just die. So all those
Yeah, I was
minions
reading
die.
that.
Okay, good that we checked this.
Amazing.
Cool.
So all those minions died as you swung the tree around.
How much they were in total? 5?
Yeah, so you got 5 points for killing those 5 minions.
Nice.
And what?
I think that
Okay.
Revna is going to scream to you to move
5.
because her
Flower is going to
spear is going
explode.
to explode and it's going to damage you.
Okay. Good to know.
So
That
I'm
means
going to show you.
Wait, Lepis, you have I think you have a tree right under your token.
A tree.
I move.
Under your token that you cannot see because it's right under your token.
Let me
I move a
move.
little
Oh,
bit.
no.
Oh, you're right. I was. Thank you. I'm going to grab that tree.
Great.
So I'm going to grab the tree, and how much distance do I have to take, Patty?
10. There. I'm going to. Wait. So it's 10. It's
Okay,
20.
cool.
There.
So
This is the radius of the blast.
I'm going to move here then,
Right.
and I'm in 60 feet, right? Yeah. My second attack, the forked knife, is ranged attack. It's plus
ahead.
10 to hit.
And with advantage because you're invisible and the farmhouse can't see you coming.
So it's that 20.
Okay. Go ahead.
Damage. Let me see.
Double the
damage.
dice.
Double. Do we have critical damage?
Yeah.
Oh.
So go ahead.
So it's 3d6 plus 7.
Plus,
So,
yeah, and the 3d6.
so it's 6d6 plus 7. Piercing damage.
Are you using the tree? Because that would be
Yep.
another 6d6 of bludgeoning. So I imagine you
It's 5d6.
like put your knife at the top of the tree and suddenly it becomes like a huge spear, like a big tree and a knife at the end of it.
If you throw it, it's 5d6.
Yeah. So 10d6, right?
Wait,
10d6.
so
It's a crit.
okay. How many? I'm a little confused.
If you throw the tree, it's
Yeah.
5d6. Because you
Right.
crit, it would be 10d6.
So it's 10d6
Whoa.
plus 66.
Yep, 16
You
d6 plus 7.
you should throw
61.
it to the hip.
Yeah, I know, but I hit the farmhouse.
Yeah.
So I will say this. If it had not been a crit, you would not have destroyed the farmhouse.
Oh.
As you see your improvised spear hit, it separates and the knife goes through, cuts a pillar, and then the tree goes spiraling through and just obliterates the farmhouse. And you get the 5 points for destroying the building. You do not get to loot that farmhouse yet.
No.
So whoever gets to that farmhouse,
I moved 20.
Why can't he?
because he's too far away. I believe it's 10 feet.
Oh yeah, it's 10 feet. I'm sorry. I thought he was okay. I was a bit distracted.
So I moved 20 to be here, and I'm going to move 20 to be right
That'll
here.
put you in the blast of the frozen flower.
Never mind. I'm going to
I will,
move
if you want
20.
to, you can do it.
No.
But yeah. Okay.
No. I'm smart enough to know don't do that. So I'm going to move
Okay.
here.
This is very interesting. You guys have made life difficult for Kali's car.
And finish my turn.
Okay.
Wait, so I have 5 for the minion and the farm. The farm is 5 more, right? So it's
And
Yeah.
you use the
10
tree,
point.
right? And you use
And I use the tree.
another tree. Okay, so you have 2 trees.
Two.
Okay.
I used 2 trees
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have it to point down.
So what is your point total now, Lapis?
plus 24.
24. Okay. That makes things easier for Kalis. As she saw you obliterate her forces and then destroy more of her forces from where they were respawning. Now the question is... Yep. She continues to fly, and now I need Lapis and Ulf to both give me a dexterity saving throw as she launches an additional lightning bolt, and you see some of the light within her ring belt fade as she's out of lightning bolts.
Dex save?
Dexterity save DC 15. Yeah.
22, not 20.
Wow.
0.
Oh no!
Well,
We rolled the same thing, man.
Yeah. 26. So, Lapis, you take 13 points of lightning damage. Ulf, you take 26 as you are blasted. I am going to roll for the guards. Actually, wait. Yeah. What was the line that she did? Yeah, those two guards are dead. They could not succeed in such a way that they would survive.
Yeah.
And Lapis growls as the one that she wanted to hurt the most seemed to avoid the worst of it. But that's her turn. And it is now giant number 2, Revna, which means... Do you have to do anything for your flowers, or do they just...
Everyone around in the keep, basically,
Yep.
has to make a dexterity saving throw of DC 17.
Go ahead and roll the damage.
If they fail, if they succeed, they take
Half, yeah.
half. And objects within the area take 86 also. So the objects, that means the walls and the gate and the keep would take 36 points of damage. I
Yeah,
don't know if
Normally those are referred to as structures here, but yeah, I think it's...
Yeah. It says objects.
Yeah,
so-
and it would say, like the barrel said specifically, these things don't take damage, but
Okay.
in your case, yeah, it does. So, so first let's roll for the mages. They have a +2. So those top 3. Whoa! So the very top one managed to stay alive, barely, because with half damage is 18, which is 1 less than needed. These 2 mages die. Let's check out that last one, and the 2 trick shots. Ooh, 16, but I believe your DC is 17, so that one's
17.
dead.
That's another mage?
Yeah, and that's another mage down, so you killed 3 in that
3.
moment. And the trick shots have a +4, which is 16 is not enough, so this guy takes 36 and is very nearly dead, and I think also other bad stuff happens to them if they fail. And this guy
They are
succeeds.
restrained.
So that guy's restrained, and this guy takes half of 36, takes 18, still bloodied, but succeeds. Okay, so this guy's restrained. There. Okay, and now you did 36 points of damage to the walls and the gate.
I mean, say objects.
And the key-
So
Yeah, no, it makes sense. It's a
and
really
the gate,
good. It's a really good
I
attack.
don't know.
And there is a specific block of text to say like what to do with frozen flowers, but it only takes it's if Revna is winning. Like if Revna is winning, they take action to try and like stop those flowers from doing special stuff. So let's start with the gate.
So the gate
gates
would
have
take
50 hit
twice.
points.
It would take twice because he has 2 spears. I'm saying 2 spears right beside them.
Oh, right. This one.
I don't think that's how
and
5th
this
edition
one?
works. I think
I don't
you
know,
can't take double damage from the same effect.
Okay,
So that gate takes 36 damage.
it has 40 or 50. The
50,
gate has
50.
50, so it takes 36. Gate.
So yeah, it's you see as the cold makes several of the iron bars shatter and a lot of the wood splinter and break. And now the walls have
100, I think.
Yeah, so the walls are in better condition. But they've still taken a third. You see as some of the rock
And the keep.
begins to crack. Yeah, the keep also takes damage. And you see Callus turn and look at you in anger as you become visible at the end of your turn.
Wait,
Oh.
I still have my action.
Yeah. Well, at
Hey,
the end
wait.
of your turn, she's going to turn and look at you. But keep has 150. So
Yeah. So I killed 3 mages.
yep,
So that's like how many points?
3. They're minions. You get 1 point per minion.
Oh, so few. 5 points.
Uni-human, 1 point.
So I'm going to. I had already a tree in my hand, so I'm going to throw it to the gate. And it's
Yes.
going to be
You are invisible, so the gate doesn't see you coming. Go ahead and roll with with advantage.
1d20 plus.
I always imagine that it in the sense it's not that it doesn't see you, that you have time to like
Yeah,
you can do everything.
yeah. The
way-
guards in
best
front
way.
of you don't give you.
Yeah.
Don't make it difficult for you to take careful aim. Yeah, that
So
23
it's-
hit. So go ahead and roll the
it's-
damage. Yeah, roll again just in case it's a crit.
Okay, and
Because if it's a crit, that will definitely make a big difference.
1d20 plus 9. No. So
All right, go ahead and roll the damage with the 5d6 as your ice javelin
5d6
forms around
plus-
a core of a tree, and that gives it greater density.
3d10 plus 6. 35 to the gate.
35, that destroys it. As you see, the bars shatter, the wood splinters.
The gate. So okay. It doesn't give us anything else. So I'm going to. Can I get to the keep? I have a sound. Yeah. So my next attack with my ice javelin is to the keep. So R 1d20 plus 9. Do I still have advantage?
Yeah, you'll be visible at the end of your turn. So you still have
1d20
advantage.
plus 9. It rolled? No.
I see a d20 plus 9 at 12. So
Yeah, but I roll again and
Yeah.
wait.
I haven't
R
seen the second one.
1d20 plus 20.
20.
Do I
I
hit the
think that
keep?
hits.
Yeah. So
AC 19 just hits.
So the damage is damage. Typing is hard, guys.
Yep.
It is hard.
3.
Yeah, I know.
10 plus.
So you could have moved and picked up another tree, I think. Or did you pick up a tree this turn?
I picked it the turn before.
Yeah, so you can go ahead pick up like that tree.
Here I'm going to pick that
Yeah.
tree. Do I have like an attack of opportunity? I guess. Alright.
You haven't moved out of their range, so
Okay,
they don't.
so
They hear you moving and they go.
plus- So it's 23 plus
The 5d6?
slash R 5d6. So it's 23 plus 18. 23 plus 18. 41 plus the what they did
The 36
before?
from the flowers.
So we have yeah.
So 77, you did. The keep goes from looking undamaged to rocks start falling off. The roof that was above it crumbles, and you see Cullis sort of turns and sees as the gate is crumbling. Therefore, it is now vulnerable to the melee attacks of you giants, and the keep starts being hit, and she sees you suddenly become visible, and she,
I'm going to die.
well, she is very angry. But other giants could get in there and start hitting it with a stick, and that might piss her off even more. So, I believe that's the end of your turn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't get anything with the
With
for
the
destroying
gate?
the gate.
No.
Boo.
Gates and walls are do not give points.
Okay.
But
thank
you did
you.
a lot to the keep. Okay. So that was giant number 2. Now it is the human apprentice mages. There's 2 left.
They are restrained. They
No, they succeeded, which is the only
Okay,
reason they're
great.
alive. The ones who failed are dead. So one is going to attack Bone Cruncher, one is going to attack Lapis Tenebra.
Mhm.
And Bone Cruncher miss. And Tenebra miss. So tiny sparks go flying at both of you with no greater consequence. And those are the mages.
Tickles.
Bone Cruncher has a bit of a mohawk and likes the style.
Giant number 3. Ulf the Quick.
All right. So, I'm a little bit distracted. Okay. Action. I'm gonna eat those apples.
Yep. Suddenly you become, well, your turn hasn't ended, but you guys see as tops of trees start being ripped off and you hear the munching and the apple orchard is picked clean.
Waka 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 waka.
Before we continue, I do want to ask you if the building in the apple orchard is a farmhouse.
It was.
or is
It
it
was.
part?
You,
No, but
I
I mean,
think you
is
already
it-
picked it. You found the destroying hammer.
No,
This
but
one-
I mean, just for the purposes of obtaining the hammer, is it part of the orchard or is it a separate thing?
I mean, that's the farmhouse that you destroyed and got the hammer.
Okay, never mind. Okay, so with that,
I erased my token by mistake.
no,
Sorry.
Whoa. Can you press Ctrl Z? I mean, I'll get you a new one, but
No.
I did it, but it won't come
There you
back. Right. Thank you. So,
that's good. I was worried about, keeping track of your points and hit points. And okay.
Oh,
Okay, so
you're evil, Diego.
laughing? What
I'm
the
gonna
fuck?
use. Well, I only have movement, right?
And bonus action, if you have
And
one.
bonus action. I mean,
I
for
believe
bonus
this is your
action, I
last
can
turn
only-
with the skates.
Yeah. Oh, it's my last turn with skates.
Yeah, you used them
That
last
makes-
time, and you have this turn with the skates.
Okay, let me. 1 second, please.
Mhm.
Until the end of your next turn. Okay, got it. So I did not consider that.
The hammer does not work on the keep, the walls, or the gates.
Yeah, I understand. It's one or the other. Shame. I definitely don't want to get closer to Wizard Lady. So I think I'm just going to say, you served me good. I'm gonna turn around and I'm just gonna stand in front of the general's. I'm gonna stand between the blacksmith and the general store, and that's gonna be my turn.
Okay.
You're not going to loot the
Right here.
farm here?
Which one?
This one.
That one.
I destroyed this, but I can loot because I'm far away.
I feel No, I don't have any other attacks. I mean, I just use an action to eat the apples, so I cannot.
It's a
attack
free
anything.
action.
free action to loot.
By the way.
Yeah.
Oh, to loot the farmhouse.
Mm-hmm.
Which one is the one? Oh, I see. Okay, never mind. This one. Okay. Yeah, so I'll move there and actually, I should have movement to go there, pick up, and then go right next to the blacksmith, right?
Correct. Particularly with
so-
your wagons. So there's a good chance that Ulf will get the cat. There aren't that many farmhouses left.
So that's a 6.
I believe you re-roll because we've already
Okay.
gotten the wagons.
Okay. I would be very happy to forfeit that if that is not true anyway. Because I do want my friends to have some fun. That's
Fuck!
3.
I wanted the kitty cat. Why?
It's a 3.
Mine. You stole it. Shit.
Do you know what that
You
means?
can loot the rooms. Each farmhouse contains one item. Yeah. So in theory, I should be the one rolling these, but I'd rather you guys roll. So yes. So
Okay.
as you look through the destroyed farmhouse, you find a kitty cat. As a bonus action, you can pet it, and it will give you advantage on ability checks, attack rolls, and saving throws until the end of your next turn.
Okay,
So
so
you're carrying the kitty cat. When you want to, you can spend a bonus action to pet it. You don't have to do it now.
can I ask for it to be Balmeches? Sure. Just because. Thank you.
I knew it.
You find Balmeches who had been curled up sleeping and just sort of finds a bit of a warm spot on you, like a place that is less covered in ice. And you are
I
now
think
carrying
that's
the
better
cat.
than anything else. I think that's my turn.
Are you going to keep moving so you're between the store and the blacksmith?
I do. Yeah, I will. I will definitely.
And the wagons break and shatter beneath your feet.
Where
And
the
you're-
fuck are you taking me to? Okay, that's on my turn.
Okay. So that was giant number 3. Human trick shots. One of them is restrained. The other 2 are still around. Let's see if they regain their trick shot. That's a no on all counts. And I don't know. Yeah, Lapis is within range of point blank.
I'm invisible.
Yeah. So that is going to be. Oh, you got Ulf. You got 2 points for eating the apples.
2 points.
Yep. Is Lapis? No, Lapis is now visible because you had your turn
Yeah.
this round.
Oh, I understand. Okay. Sorry. I thought you meant 2 points of healing, and I got scared.
You get 2 giant game points.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
And I think after this we're gonna go with Bone Cruncher's turn, and that's probably where we're gonna stop as we approach midnight. Ooh, that's a
Yeah.
28 to hit. So that's 1 hit on.
I mean, we can
Lapis?
try to finish the game.
Yay!
I have to wake up early-ish
Oh.
Boo.
tomorrow,
It's all good, all good.
and even that would not be that big of a deal, except I have to drive like a decent amount.
It's all good, it's all
That's 28
Yes.
is to damage me? To hit me?
Yeah, to hit you for 12 points of piercing damage. Wait, it's point blank, which means more stuff. So it's 12 plus 2d6. 19 total piercing as this trick shot like gets up, having been slightly burned by your gunpowder barrel and fires at you. And then 1 trick shot is going to shoot at Revna.
Oh, they are so dead.
21 to hit Revna, that hits. Nope, sorry. That was a to hit. That never happened. So Revna takes 12 points of piercing damage from that trick shot. And the trick shot that is restrained is going to shoot at Bone Cruncher because they have disadvantage anyway.
Hits.
Yeah. So 17 for 8 points of piercing damage. And that is the end of the trick shots.
Wait, did anyone shoot at me and miss?
No, they hit you for 12 points of damage.
Okay.
And that is it. The trick shots, which means it is now Bone Cruncher's turn.
So I'm gonna use my a great club attack on the guards.
Check if it's an action to eat the.
I know it is. Don't
Okay.
worry. I'm thinking ahead. I'm not gonna eat the vineyard
This turn?
right now.
Okay.
No, I'm gonna try to do it next. So now I'm gonna attack the guards for
Sure.
14 plus.
You are still
8.
invisible, so odds are you will hit
Yeah.
and smash both of them.
That's I need to hit. That's a 3d8 plus 5. $12 points of damage.
That's enough to kill both guards as you swing through them and mulch them.
Then I will move here, grab the tree,
Mm-hmm.
and attack the farmhouse.
Go for it.
With the tree?
That's with the tree.
Okay.
Double
So that's,
damage. This could do it.
14 plus 8. That's a 22.
Hits.
And that is. Give me a sec.
You have to do
Uh,
20 points, which is with your double damage to 40.
2d10 plus
5d6.
5d6 plus 5.
Yeah, that's doable.
Come
Yeah.
on.
A first good roll with the 6s. $84 points of damage.
Okay, so yeah, the tree goes through the farmhouse, keeps going, and it's probably going to destroy a village miles away.
I imagine that he just grabbed it and threw it like a rock on the pond.
Yep.
And just skipped, just destroyed and skipped it. And I was about, and I'm about to do something really, really stupid. I mean, it's not stupid actually. Is I'm gonna move here.
Mm-hmm. Loot the farmhouse.
I'm gonna loot the farmhouse. Yes, I'm gonna do that.
I think you.
Um,
Oh no, there's two possibilities. There's two things you could get. So
Yeah, I think
ahead and roll.
we have to. So a 5.
you get a teleportation scroll.
That's good.
Wow!
As a bonus action, a giant can stand on these 2 wagons, increase their. Oh,
No,
sorry.
5.
Well, actually, a giant can read this scroll and teleport 100 feet into an unoccupied space. You can see once read, the scroll disappears. Okay.
Although,
I was ready to actually do the bonus action elbow to the
Yeah.
people's elbow to the farmhouse. Yeah.
one
I mean,
is
to be
really
honest,
good for
I-
you too.
I rather I'd rather be prone, but no, I need to move a bit more. I need to be a bit more free for next turn. So yeah, I'm not gonna do anything with my. Actually, yes, I'm gonna. I'm
You have
sorry.
some. I think you still have some movement left because you went there.
Yeah, I don't have a lot. I don't want to
But
move.
if you move too far,
from
you
the
won't be
vineyard.
able to eat the vine.
Yeah, no. I need
Yeah.
to eat the vineyard. That the vineyard is what I need to do.
Next
yeah,
time.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna stay there. And yeah, next turn I'm gonna pick up the tree. Yeah.
All right, so
I'll stay there.
You got 7 points this turn. 2 for the minions,
Yeah.
5 for the farmhouse.
Did you
How
loot?
many? Yeah, already loot. I have a teleportation scroll.
Oh, okay.
How many points do you have, Jose?
24?
Yeah, we're tied.
Tied.
No!
Okay, and that's where we're going to end this first part of Fee Fi Fo Fum, as
why
you guys
don't you
have
end
made
with
a
the-
great deal of progress.
With the guards.
Yeah, I'll spawn the guards in between sessions.
Okay.
and
Okay.
we start with them attacking you guys.
Oh, that's good.
And then we'll start next
know.
time around with you guys rolling initiative. There's a couple of buildings left, and now you guys have the gates open. The keep is half destroyed.
Yes, they have.
But
half
Kalis is
of your
still
points.
untouched and
Yep.
still with a shield, and she still has stuff to do. So,
So I have 3 trees for Diego.
Mhm.
I'm saying because if
Yeah.
I have something wrong.
let's write this down
Juan
here.
heard 2, Jose heard 2, and I heard 3. That sounds okay
So
with you
3,
guys?
2, 2,
Yeah.
3.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was weirdly formatted, but yes.
Yeah.
A very weird format.
That's okay.
Okay, that was insanely
Yeah.
entertaining.
Yeah.
That was really good.
It was really fun.
It's
I
a
really
very
liked it.
Yeah, I love this scenario.
Yeah.
I don't know why I think this one is more quicker than the last
It's a bit more
scenario.
dynamic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I think you guys have a lot more power here. Like, you know all the information from the beginning. And yeah, I mean, guards show up, but unless you guys ignore guards for a couple of rounds, there's not going to be enough to make life difficult for you guys. So, like, Kalis is by far the most damage that's been dealt to you guys.
Yeah.
So,
And we can't do anything to them.
but you've the keep is half down.
I mean,
So
it's half damage.
Once the keep is destroyed, Kalis becomes vulnerable.
Yeah.
Is it just the keep, or does it have to
Just
be
the
the walls
keep.
as well?
No, just the
Just
keep.
the keep.
But the keep is
Okay,
protected
gotcha,
by the
okay.
walls.
So
So
we
you guys
had
had
to-
to, yeah.
We had to destroy the gate in order to get to the keep or
Okay,
climb
good
it.
to know.
But
Good to know. Good to know.
Have you played Black and White, the game for PC?
I think I played number 2.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's-
Then you have
there's some
a
similarities.
giant creature, then you
Yep.
have to break walls and get to the conquered city.
Yep. And I think they could also like pick up a tree,
Yep.
and as a god you could pick up a rock and throw it. There's some
Shut the
cool
fuck!
stuff.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's a game where
Sounds
you
good.
are a deity and you can choose to be a good one or a bad one, and you have sort of a creature that is your champion, and you have to train your creature. And like the creature gets hungry and it tries to eat your worshippers, and you have to punish it and get no, bad creature. And you have to get it food and teach it to
Bad
be
kitty.
clean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Or you
creature
can go
have-
full evil and just let
Yeah.
it eat your villagers and have them live in squalor and stuff to get.
I'm
other
going to
bonuses.
send you the game trailer later.
It's a fun
yeah.
game.
It's a fun game.
It would be very interesting to see like an updated version.
But
One-
it will be hard, I think.
Yeah,
talk
with
about
IP
this,
rights and stuff.
Yeah.
But
we
it would
don't
have
talk
been like
about
a perfect game for VR. Anyway, yes.
Okay.
We shall continue this conversation afterwards.
Yeah.
This was a great scenario. We had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We hope
And
the
again, it was extremely easy to prep, which I enjoyed because due to work, I haven't been able to advance the points of light downtime as fast as I wanted. Although it is advancing, and some cool scenes have happened that I hope we get to show at some point.
Daniel, you have
But this was an excellent alternative.
Daniel, do you have any shootout to the
Yes.
scenario?
So everything here was provided by MCDM except all of these destroyed textures, which are very, very nice, that were provided by Kenpoh, a user over on the MCDM Discord, who also did some of the destroyed boulder and the hole and stuff for against the Horde. And there's a couple more that you guys haven't seen in the lake and some of the other places. And the music, as always, is tabletop audio that we've used before. And the token art is not MCDM. They have made concept art for their giants, but it is not final, so we can't share it. But this is from the many monster manuals of 4th edition, where monsters were also fairly fun to run and had cool abilities like this.
Cool.
And yes, Diego is holding
Nice.
Yeah.
a
The
miniature.
concept is real pretty, though. The
Yeah.
concept is amazing. It's really good.
Yeah. Different from the standard Wizard of the Coast version, the MCDM giants are like elementals. They don't need to make their weapons. They just grow it out of the element that they have. It's very cool.
So I could have ice skated.
Yeah.
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 Yes, I enjoyed that very much. It's sweet.
Olympic.
Okay. Let's finish
Ice
Yes,
this.
skate.
let's wrap this
Have a
up.
great
Let's finish
one.
it. Let's finish it. Let's go to sleep.
Thank you all
Yeah,
very
yeah.
much for playing. I need to try and go to sleep so that I can be well rested for tomorrow. Thank you all
Okay.
for joining us.
Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and
Do
everything
the YouTube
else.
things.
Do the
Yeah.
YouTube things, please. See you next
Bye.
guy.
Bye, guys.